Hello everyone, my name is Ellery, and today I am not alone. I have a very special guest, and his name is AdvanceWarrior. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I would like to. Thank you very much, Ellery. How's it going, guys and gals? My name is AdvanceWarrior. I am an Advanced Wars by Web content creator, mainly focusing on PvP content.
Yeah, so if you wandered here by accident and you have no idea what this video is about, we're using a site called Advanced Wars by Web, and it allows you to play Advanced Wars against other people on the internet, anywhere in the world. And there's also another site called Tiny Wars that allows for Advanced Wars Days of Ruin content. And AdvanceWarrior also makes that kind of content as well. So if you watch this video and you think he's really funny and you love him, and or if you're just interested in Advanced Wars Days of Ruin, you should go check out his channel and subscribe to him as well.
Why am I known as the Days of Ruin guy?
I don't know, because that's actually how I learned about you.
It's you learned about me through oh yeah, that's right.
I thought you were. Remember when I first talked to you? I told you I thought you were like the best player on it, Tiny Wars Web. I have no idea why I thought that. I thought you were the #1 ranked player over there.
No. I mean, there was someone who did try Tiny Wars, and he went up against the #1 player, and then right after that, had a video where he went up against me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, my brain is a little bit soft, so.
So is mine.
So today we came up with this idea to do this. It's going to be the first one in the history of Advanced Wars by Web, the most historic battle of all time. This is the Waifu battle. And there's nothing else you can call it. I have to call it that. So I'll be playing Sonya. Let me tell you a little bit about Sonya. Number 1, she is my queen.
She is your queen.
Number 2, she can see far in the dark. Number 3, really big counterattacks. Her CO power, she can look into the woods, so if there's any Bernstein bears or any baboons hiding in there...
Bernstein bears! Oh my god, you're making me feel old right now.
Yeah, I've just got through surgery, so I have like antibiotics coursing through my body right now. They're making me stronger and funnier than usual. But if there's something hiding in the woods, she'll find it. And then her super CO power is the really good one. This is like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trap card, the Uno reverse card. It doesn't really work ever unless the opponent forgets that you have it. Basically, if they run into Sonya, Sonya is going to attack them first. And my phone just went off. So why don't you tell me a little bit? Why don't you tell me a little bit about your waifu that you're bringing to this battle?
Right. So, my waifu, probably the first one ever in my life. Even though I surround myself with Lucina, hell, my PNG is Lucina right now in an orange star uniform. But my waifu Sammy, I actually like Sammy before I liked Princess Peach. So we go way back.
This guy. Can I interrupt for a second?
Oh
Can
god.
I interrupt for a second?
What do you gotta say?
This guy clearly loves Sammy way more than I love Sonya. I thought you were going to tell me about her powers in the game.
I am getting there. I am getting there.
Not the first date you went on.
Not the first. Not the first date. Okay, look, we're getting off course probably. Okay, so Sammy, she has stronger foot soldiers and a much stronger capture game, where I believe you have to bring Sammy down to 3 HP if you want to stop her from capturing a property in 2 days because of that 50% capture bonus. She also gains a transfer bonus, all of them having +1 movement, and this really helps out with her. It synergizes with her foot soldiers. However, her direct units lose 10% attack, but her indirects do not, at the very least. So it's just kind of the transport bonus and the foot soldier boosts really synergize well together. And I guess they gave her a they left her indirects untouched because maybe minus 10% is 2 weak or something. But I like Sammy a lot, solely because when I saw her capture a building with 15 points, I was just like, yes.
Yeah, I love that too. Her play style is so unique. I really like the COs that have a unique play style.
Yeah. And as for the powers for 3 stars, it's double time. I always forget. I think it's like a plus 30% boost to infantry and mechs, and gives them +1 movement. This is really useful, especially for mechs who are always limited to 2 movement. Mechs with +3 movement is just kind of insane. When it happens, when you get the right target, right situation. And for her Victory March, it is 8 stars, and it gives an even bigger boost to foot soldiers, I believe 70%, correct me if I'm wrong, +2 movement on all of them, and allows them to instantly capture a property no matter what the HP is. So this could be a possible shift in the game or a game ender, because I've seen games where people immediately capture the HQ and the game is over, or people capture all the properties with the capture limit. I forgot what the capture limit is for the game we had here. But it's not a win button, because sometimes you can use Victory March, then all your infantry are overextended and then they all die, and then the opponent just recaptures all their properties, and you just have a lot less unit counts with more income, and you will start to feel that unit count is more important than the income you gain.
Yeah, I was so afraid of Victory March for this entire game. You're going to see my units like cowering around my HQ and like protecting these cities that you're nowhere near these cities.
I was scared of the fact that you could see me better than I could see you. You had the intelligence advantage on me, so I was like very terrified what you would possibly do in the dark.
Well, hold on now. I could see very far. I'm not more intelligent.
I mean, it gives you intelligence.
Yeah, but you have the intelligence advantage.
I have the intelligence advantage. What's next? You're just gonna like throw our elos on the screen and just be like, maybe not. But yeah. So the map. Did we talk about the map?
No, I was just gonna ask you about the map. So this map is called Cross Country Rivalry. And why don't you tell me your thoughts on this map?
Cross Country Rivalry, it is a baselight map, as you can see, and the interesting thing is there is an enemy missile that is blocking your airport, so you have like the possibility. I mean, like, it's not a possibility. Like, you have to do this. Like, either have an artillery come in and like shoot the missiles so you can capture it, or maybe a mech bring it all the way there and like shoot it down, or like have a bunch of infantry try to take it out and then you capture. I usually like to go with the artillery direction, but this missile does have a lot of vision, and it does allow your opponent to temporarily see what you're investing on that front, and then they can like plan around the rest of the game how they're gonna approach it. The comm towers are also very contested, and yeah, the HQ not too exposed. I mean, like, it's close to the airport. It's like close to one of the bases in 2 turns, so it's not in danger unless your opponent is Sammy, and I'm like really close to your HQ. That's the only time you'd want to be afraid of your HQ.
Yeah, let me ask you a question about the comm towers, because this is something I kind of struggle with a lot as a lower rated player. I wasn't sure which comm tower I should go for in this game, and I think as a result we kind of ended up fighting over both of them. So which one do you think belongs to the yellow comet forces?
I personally feel like early game, like your player 2, yellow comet, I feel like personally early game this might belong to you, but in the long run this would belong to me because my airport is right next to the comm tower. I had the exact same problem when I first played on this map. I was just like, just go ahead and, capture this comm tower. And then my opponent has both comm towers. I was just like, oh crap, I'm too slow.
Yeah.
And it didn't help that they were Jess too, so they effectively had no weaknesses.
Oh no.
Yeah. Another thing I want to comment about this map is the fact that the number of bases like really affects the strengths and weaknesses of certain COs. This is just my personal opinion. I personally feel like Sonja is stronger on baselight maps, and Sammy suffers more from baselight maps, because I've noticed in a baselight game, you can easily run out of infantry. Most of the time, if you're playing a 3-base game, you are going to build enough where you're always guaranteed an infantry, at least an infantry, so you can avoid base skipping and keep up your unit count. However, with lighter bases, it's more easy to tech up. And if you keep teching up, eventually you're going to run out of infantry, and those are Sammy's strongest units. So if Sammy doesn't have infantry, she's basically just a CO with a negative day-to-day.
Yeah, no, that's true, and I think I had a lot of advantages going into this map.
Yeah,
Like,
as for Sonja,
sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. As for Sonja, for base light, I think it helps her out a little bit more, because usually if there's like hidden terrain, like all these forests in the middle, you would want an infantry to move beside it, and then you would need, or like a unit, and then you need another unit to come and attack it. Sonja, she doesn't need to invest an entire unit to reveal a hidden tile for you to attack from. And with base light, your unit count matters more.
That's true as well, yeah. All right, well, do you want to get started talking about the game?
Yeah, sure. So just very standard 2 infantry. Very curious to see where you send your infantry, and you immediately go for the property. Not too bad.
I'm kind of curious too to see if we made the same moves.
You waited the missile?
Yeah, I have a I do that sometimes. I wait all my units.
You are not the only one who does that.
I'm one of those players.
Yep. Alright, so what do? I do not wait my missile. Oh, I go for the same thing. And I had the option to go here to capture this property, or here to capture this property. I have to pick one, and I can't remember the exact reasons, but I remember I wanted this one here because this was a chain. So I wanted, but this is a chain as well. Chain of 3 and then into the comm tower, but you have an airport right here, and if I like fight too close to your airport, you might have the advantage. This map is kind of weird a little bit, because like the production facilities are in the corners. Like you have 2 grounds over here and then the airport over here. Like you have 2 grounds, I could eventually run over here, then the copter spam comes in and it forces you back, and then the same could happen vice versa on the top.
Yeah, I think our play is going to diverge, basically right from the beginning, because I go that way instead.
Yeah.
So it seems like I had the opposite idea as you, and there's so much decision making on this map, even from the first few turns.
Yep. And so no day.
My experts don't have missile again.
No day 3 recon.
No.
Now I go for this. I think I wanted to make the bottom my strong side. I feel like there's going to be a lot of front shifting happening on this map. On this game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Day 4 recon. Why from this side?
Oh, no, it's still day 3.
Oh, day 3. I'm sorry. Day
player 2.
Yeah, you're player 2. My mistake. So why this base for the recon?
I think I remember, for some reason, I wanted to go. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'm pointing with the pen in my hand instead of using the mouse. I wanted to go up here. I wanted to get a recon over here as soon as possible, and I think I remember counting stuff like these forest tiles for. If I go this way, there's like a city I can move through and go faster. But honestly, we played this a couple weeks ago, so I don't 100% remember. But I know that I wanted to have 2 recons, and I know that I wanted to have one over here first, and then get one over here second.
Already taking advantage.
I guess that's why I started.
Already taking advantage of the Sonja day today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Me personally, looking at this 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like you're already like in a pretty open spot with the recon in like 2 turns here. But there's recon.
Yeah.
Take some time. Maybe go through like 2 plane tiles to go over here, and then it's just like home free, because recons can go over shoals, thankfully.
Yeah, that's true. I probably could have gotten into the middle faster if I started on the right side base. Oh, you know what I think it was? I actually think it had something to do with the infantry.
Oh, okay. Like you wanted the infantry like closer to this side?
Yeah, I think I wanted that infantry to do something specific.
Oh yeah, that definitely.
We'll see.
That definitely plays a role. And yeah, I did some city skipping, and it was okay because it gave me exactly what I wanted: artillery and infantry. And most of us probably have an idea what I would want to do with this artillery.
Yeah, that artillery scared me so much. I was so not ready when I saw that thing.
Really? For the missile?
Yeah, I like not this early. Like you'll see, like I build my artillery way later than you do.
I mean, you've already invested 8k into 2 recons.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's see here. I just capture all the cities I can. And I had the option to like go here and then capture this, but I wanted to like get this potential chain the next turn. Although like this infantry probably could have already gotten the chain. Or maybe I want to send this one over here. I don't know. This was weeks ago, like you said. And
that's really interesting though. I never noticed this chain while I was playing. If you go over this mountain, then you can go over here.
Yes.
I never saw that the entire time we were playing. I never noticed that.
I definitely wanted to maintain middle presence.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the timing of my artillery, as you guys will soon see, like how do I say this? Like nothing is going to be wasted just to get vision for the missile, which you will see. Sonja doesn't need to do that because her artillery has 2 vision.
I had to be pretty careful about my vision, honestly. You'll see. I'm kind of shuffling my infantry around over there the next few turns. But here, this is why it kind of scared me, because I was like, this happened, and I was like, okay, his recon just moved like basically into position already to shoot me.
Recon?
And his artillery just moved into position to shoot me, and I haven't even built an artillery yet. That means I'm like 3 or 4 turns behind you on getting an airport.
Yep. I remember I told you that I usually take a little bit of time at the start of my games.
Yeah.
I planned this out.
That makes a lot of sense. I didn't take any time. I was just, doing reckless plays and I felt like doing it at any given moment.
And I built my first tank, and your recon comes and sees 2 of my infantry capturing already. Now, if this was a turn earlier, like if your recon was here a turn earlier, you have against a normal CO, you have the option to interrupt one or the other, but since I'm Sami, I am going to safely capture both of those properties. Another reason why I like Sami, what the heck? I did not see the replay clearly. Ellery, what the heck is this? So obviously this one is going over here. That's the obvious one. But okay, I will admit, there's a lot of good artillery spots on this map.
I think I wanted to, because I still wasn't sure which comm tower was mine and which one was yours. So I was like, okay, so I was like, I'm here and he's not going to get this anytime soon. And I was like, and I'm definitely going to get this soon. So if I put an artillery over here in this forest, I can maybe like hold this position for a while. And then I also need to build an artillery to go over here to get rid of this missile. And somehow 1 + 1 just kind of ends up equaling 2. I ended up building 2 artillery, I guess.
That's fair.
And also, I ended with 0 gold as well, so I think it was just like
yeah.
Purchase everything that I could.
So I want to check something real quickly. Just going to use this hidden feature. Could I have? Oh no, this is Could I have seen this art? Nah, never mind. That's not going to work. Could I have seen this recon? I think I might have like missed. Yeah, I could have.
Oh yeah, he flew.
But
right through your vision.
But I think I didn't expect anything to like move so close. Okay, maybe this infantry. Like usually there's like a time where I just like don't check for the replay, and then next thing you know, I get hit by something. I'm just like, oh shoot, I should have seen that. It's not every day you see someone going for the recon opening. All right, so I wanted to make sure that I did this correctly. I could have put it on the mountain and still got vision, but then the next turn I wouldn't be able to capture the airport. So if I put it in the forest, here, this can go ahead and shoot the missile, and then the next turn, missile dies, and I can immediately capture the airport. Which is why I didn't prioritize the vision. I wanted to prioritize.
That's a really good opener.
Yeah, I wanted to prioritize. I cannot English lately. I wanted to prioritize getting this as soon as I can, and yeah, like as you can see, like this infantry was here, and then it moved over here, and like next turn, this artillery is going to do its thing, and the infantry is going to do its thing. I made sure that my 2 units who are going to capture the airport was not wasting any turns.
Yeah, I can really see that. That's a really strong opener. And then, like I said, at the same time, I'm just now building my artillery. So I'm so far behind you on getting an airport.
Yeah, and I made the bottom my weak sides, and I put the tank here, and this tank is protecting Not this infantry, unfortunately, but is protecting these 2 infantry if you decide to take a swing at it. But since I'm Sammy, I am going to guarantee this capture unless you have another unit coming in and just hits me there. I built a tank on this side just because I wanted to like protect my top side, but it does like, you know, break the tank chain unless I like move this one here and then like another one just like closer. We'll see what I do. Oh, okay, so you're taking your time. So.
My logic here is that if I attack your infantry, I might get attacked in return. If I park my recon on this city, it will stop your infantry from moving on to the city and capturing it. So that's kind of in my view of how to play the game. The way you counter Sammy isn't really to attack her infantry; it's to put things on the city so that her infantry can't start capturing it.
I have done this with Sammy before.
Yeah, it's a little bit more passive, but it's effective at stopping her from getting her plus 50% capture bonus.
Yeah. So I was gonna say first blood up here, but I technically already drew first blood down here.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like the only thing that the missiles are ever gonna do is just give you vision. It's not gonna do anything else. But yeah, here's the first active first blood. I am going to secure that city at the very least.
I think the reason I did this was to maybe slow down the infantry who would eventually get the comm tower.
I see.
I'm not really sure.
Okay, now you got a tank over here. Do you know at this point what you wanted your strong side to be?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Do you know at what point you wanted your strong side, what you wanted your strong side to be?
I think at this point I was still figuring it out, and you can tell because my units are all over the place. So I kind of have no idea what I'm doing right now.
That's fair. And as you can see, no turns wasted. I immediately get the artillery and the airport. So
that's gonna make a big difference moving forward.
So I know you can see this tank, but I guess I just wanted to like make presence, so just to like make you like, you know, piss off, I guess.
Yeah.
And I like reveal the tank here. So these tanks are not covering each other. I think that's like a minor thing I'm trying to work on, but at least it reveals this city, so I just don't like walk straight into the city and like get trapped. So I'm like moving all my infantry down, and yeah, you could tell I'm kind of making this my strong side.
Do you want to pause really quick at the start of my turn?
Sure thing. And I had enough for double tanks, so I have a tank chain here, but not a tank chain here.
Yeah, so this is the moment where I realized that I was not going to be able to hold this comm tower here. I saw all these infantry coming at me, I saw the tank coming at me, and I was like, okay, I just figured out what I did wrong. I was like, I definitely, like, this is not the comm tower that I'm going to be able to hold for the entire game. But if I capture it right now, I'll at least have it for a couple of turns. And so I think, if I'm correct, I committed to capturing it. Let me check. Yeah, so I committed to capturing it. I'm wondering, do you think it would have been a better idea if I backed off and just kept this infantry alive?
I would say probably yes, because it's a base light map, and infantry, unit count is much more important in a base light game. Yeah, like clearly I have like enough to like 2-hit KO and then start capturing the city.
Yeah, you're gonna recapture it immediately.
Yes, so
it was wasted infantry.
Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse of Sammy's problem with Victory March. Like, you just have an infantry, like, oh, all the way here, immediately captures property, but then it has, like, no protection, and it just dies, and I just recapture everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that I don't do that this game, clearly. And, unfortunately, you do kill that. The problem... Yes. Wait, did I forget to move that one? Oh, no, I was capturing it. Yeah,
I decided, I'm just going to finish him off.
And you can do that because I have nothing else to reveal that forest.
And it's not only that, but if you think about it, your tank has minus 10% firepower, and my recon's sitting on a forest. I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. If he attacks me, I'll have a 3 HP recon driving around. Yeah, and the fact that you have a comm tower, you technically negated your own bad luck. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, Sonja. She's an unlucky girl. I forgot to mention that. Sorry if you guys heard that. I didn't hear anything. Okay, but, she's an unlucky girl. This was the purpose of this artillery. It honestly ended up being a waste. I see. There's no way it can hold this position with no infantry wall in front of it. What I think I kind of would have liked to see, artillery here
infantry here, infantry here.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I absolutely should have done that.
The anti-air. I like this anti-air actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you know, eventually I'm going to start spamming copters, and copters are what makes this my strong side. Is the fact that I can like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can attack past the comm tower. So yeah, if I like have one copter out there and my tanks are taking a bit of time, then the anti-air hitting the copter is probably gonna hold me back a bit.
Yeah, I knew I was so far behind on the airport race. I was like, I have to get anti-air out right away.
I will say, at this point, it's day 9 and I don't have a recon myself. So I am lacking on vision. Oh, I think the fact that I saw 2 recons is what made me go heavy on tanks. Because it's like, effectively 2 recons is 8k. That's a tank and an infantry for 1 turn. I know that you don't have 8k for that, so I just kind of went heavy on tanks. I was just like, yeah, I am going to have the tank advantage against you.
And this tank superiority ended up, being a big deal for the entire rest of the match.
So yeah, right now I don't have. Yeah, and I decide to attack rather than capture because I know the count. Because I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. Yeah, I decided to attack instead of capture because I know right now I'm not going to be able to secure that. So I just decide to go ahead and do damage. Unfortunately, none of my infantry are being protected by the artillery. But next turn I could set myself up a bit better. So I have one turn.
You can't see it right now. You can't see it with your vision right now, but you have such a superior force in this area. It's like you have no idea that I have basically nothing to back up this guy.
I know a recon's over here probably, and a recon's up there. But yeah, that's all I see.
That was probably informing your decision.
Yep, and I decided to pull back because you have that city. I was hoping I could cheese that one, and here I go. I just start building up the tanks. How many tanks I got right now? I got 6 tanks. You have 1 tank and 2 artillery.
Yep. Yeah,
artillery.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's already
so overpowered.
Yeah, if I was maybe Lash or Kindle, this probably would hurt a lot more for you. Because those heals want to be aggressive, and you've informed me that you have le artillerie.
Yep.
And
I don't know.
I don't think I see. I don't think I see that go in there. Yeah, I couldn't have seen this move, so I don't know where this artillery could potentially be. And my only source of vision is a tank.
Oh, can you pause again really quick?
Sure.
So this is another thing that I like to do with recons, because I really, really love recons. So one thing I like to do with recons is actually use them to wall. And so even if your tank attacks this recon, it won't be able to destroy it. And then once again, like I mentioned with this recon up here, I'm even if your tank attacks this recon, there's no way that you can kill it, and then I'm still going to have a 1 HP recon basically running around. So it functions really effectively as a wall.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good wall is a straight line where nothing can be killed. And usually you can secure that by making a straight line where they're only accessible to 1 attack. And if they don't get 1 shot, then that's a fairly solid wall. Usually done with infantry, because it's very cheaper. And for a second, I'm like, how did you see? Oh right, Sammy, Sonja vision.
I waited to move my infantry away until after I shot.
And then I want to. Oops, sorry. I want to leave a comment about that. I think you could have put yourself here so you can capture the airport. Were you concerned about this? Were you more concerned about this comm tower? This infantry. This infantry could have done that, and then this infantry could be here, and then you would capture the airport 1 turn sooner.
Yeah, I have no idea why I did that, especially because you highlighted what you did with your infantry earlier. It makes my play stand out even more.
Yeah,
it's why did he not go into position to capture that airport right away?
Yeah, I kind of like the macro in some things. So Recon just waited. I moved the map again. Okay, that's okay. Recon waited. What are you so concerned about?
Just waiting to see what's going to happen.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. A little passive, I'll admit. And yeah, now you got tanks starting to catch up with the tank game, huh? So yeah, I capture that, and I'm just like moving slightly. It does put me in range to protect this city. And what do I do here? Haha! I reveal the artillery. And what do I do? Oh, I have the tank come in. If I had a comm tower, that was dead.
Oh no.
If I had a comm tower, oh wait, no. Boom. There we go. I got the hit there. Capture.
Yeah, that was
kinda overloading. I would have loved to have this artillery in range of your artillery, so it like really overloads you. It would make you not want to sit there and shoot at something. But I am Sammy, so you would most likely have to kill this infantry for if you want to deny me that property.
Yeah, I can't remember what I do in response to this, but this, like I said, you know, I had realized like 2 turns ago that I wasn't gonna be able to hold this area, and then for some reason I stayed there and kept fighting anyway.
Yeah,
I was pretty during this game, honestly.
Yeah, I realized I was like lacking in vision, so I'm just like, you know, I'll just build a recon here and just like start bringing most of my forces towards the bottom.
And then, yeah, so I don't know.
Wow.
It's gonna take me so long to get that airport.
Yeah.
I really should have. Yeah.
You're being a bit passive with this recon. I think what would be better for you is to like, because you could have like moved it 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. It could have gotten like vision like over here. Yeah, because this is like a little bit passive because it's not protecting anything.
No, I think I was really expecting you to like come out of that because your base isn't really that far away.
It is not.
I was like waiting for units to come out of your base and start coming to the left, and it just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
So it was like a sunken cost fallacy. I was like, I'm just gonna leave this recon here and then wait until I see something come this way.
Yep.
And he stays up there for most of the game.
Yeah.
So if that bothers you now, it's gonna continue to bother.
Yeah, it's like I feel like this recon is a good unit, but it could be doing something much better than just sitting in one spot, just trying to protect cities that aren't even yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the whole thing with like strong side, weak side. As you can see, like my infantry, I mean, I'm not saying that I haven't done what Eller's doing this recon, but my infantry, they're all moving down because I want to like enforce this part to be my strong side. And yeah, you wisely pull back and you still continue to hit me, but you know, that 1 HP recon, always annoying. And yeah, this is the difficulty of this map because I have secured this comm tower, but your base is much closer than my base over here. So this is where I understand the confusion on this map, where it's like, what is the strong side? What is the weak side? Because you got the airport and the base effectively on the same side if you were to like cut the map like this. So it was like, each corner, one side has the advantage of 2 bases. The other side has the advantage of an airport and a base that's going to take a couple turns to reinforce. So if people are don't know how to play this map, I completely understand.
I think it's not as straightforward as some of the other maps.
Yes.
I don't know why. Honestly, like I did get a hit on this tank here, but it was so not worth it. I think I'm trying to get you to fight me here, like within range of my base. But even this isn't really a great place for me to fight because it's so close to your airport.
Yep.
So I'm going to continue losing in this position for a while.
Yep. So I pull back and heal. This, unfortunately, only lets me capture for 3 turns still. But I think I just like wall up here. Yeah. Maybe want to put my infantry on this silo than my tank because it's like 3 terrain stars. Yeah, an infantry here, then yeah, you can't be on the river. Yeah, I think I was just trying to play it safe as best as I can. So yeah, I'm just getting vision on this side, and as you could see, all of my tanks are moving down to this bottom side. Why did I do that? My infantry is not protected anymore.
No.
Oh no, I think it was because I wanted to move my copter there, and like I revealed the copter at the very least. I think a copter was I think the copter was expected at this point. So yeah, I'm like,
maybe you were checking the forest to make sure there was no anti-air or no artillery.
Something like that, probably.
Something like that.
But yeah,
I think this is where I did the first front shift.
Yeah, I think I'm being very aggressive on this bottom side. Yeah. So yeah, now that we have our respective comm towers, you wisely pull back. Why?
You know what? I'm gonna keep losing in this position. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some tanks here and you.
Oh, Ellery, the balls on this guy. Oh, sorry, technical difficulties. Let me fix this. So you're saying?
So here's what I was thinking. If he runs into these tanks, like if he gets too aggressive and he runs into these tanks, I have an artillery, a rocket, and an anti-air, all in position to punish him. And then if he just stays here for like a full turn, if he just if you just stay passive and you just stay in this area, then I'm gonna move all my forces to the north because I've been up here for a while and I haven't seen anything. Yeah. So I'm kind of getting ready to run shift next turn. And by the way, every single game that I think I've ever talked about, I mentioned this in my first video, but every game that I played in, if a player builds a rocket, they pretty much always lose. So let's see if I win or lose with this move.
At least it wasn't a battleship.
Yeah, so I built a rocket. I was thinking, you know what? I wasn't thinking. That's probably what was happening.
And yeah, you're all just being very passive up here.
And that guy's gonna sit there in that forest. He's gonna continue sitting there.
Yeah.
He's on vacation.
Unfortunately, I don't get this. So I move in. I see that you have like the mountain vision, but I still go ahead and like make the capture. Trying to. This is a suicidal infantry. I don't even know why I did that. But I think I didn't go. I don't know if I go in or not. I think I avoid going in because I know you have an artillery there. Yeah, you're getting a lot of vision of my front shift as well, and that's like a weakness of a front shift. Like if your opponent can see that you're front shifting, then the strength of your front shift like gets a lot weaker because they can make the preparation for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
true. That's another one of the advantages that Sonya's going to have in this match.
Day 12, you finally captured the airport. Yeah, sadly I threw away that infantry. Well, that's the consequence of like not building a recon so early. But oh, you're gonna front shift.
I thought I was too. I'm not sure. I think it's maybe because I saw you front shifting. I was like, well, then I'll just wait here. I'll wait for him to go away, and then I'll keep attacking here. Maybe.
That's a high likelihood.
And then also because I built that rocket last turn, the rocket's very slow. It's like I have to wait for the rocket to catch up now. So it's like my idea of what I wanted to do and then what my units are capable of doing didn't really match up. So I was kind of stuck waiting in this position for the rocket.
Gotcha.
But I am finally starting to get tanks.
Yes. I do wonder if you could have maybe made yourself protect this artillery and like put it on the city so it can like get the full repair.
Yeah, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Unless you're like concerned that I would like move in on that.
Well, keep in mind if my units were forward, like horizontally forward to the right, most of my tanks would be sitting on roads right now. And instead, right now, my tanks are all sitting on cities and plains, and then you can only attack them from roads and shoals. So this positioning is a little bit more defensive.
I see. So now I get the vision, and I see the rocket, and I was like, okay, there's a rocket, but I don't know if I want to fight into that. Consequence of having no vision. So I decided to move in. I was just like, oh, okay, I see you got this now. Do I kill it? No, I injure your other infantry. And yeah, it's like I'm moving in. I was just like, okay, the front shift is now commencing. Something I do kind of want to comment. I think I should have probably let go of this property. Something I learned, like usually if your opponent is doing something to you on your side of the map, it's possible that you can do the same thing to them. Yeah, you don't want to spread yourself apart too thin in Advance Wars because you do realize that like if your units are not there to cover each other, then it becomes a bit problematic. But yeah, this happened to me a game where my opponent was capturing my comm tower, and they were gonna get it because they were Sami. But then I saw that I was like, if they're like committing forces to that side, I already have all my forces down here. I think I'll do the exact same thing to them. And I never learned if I was able to capture the comm tower because my opponent timed out during that game.
Oh no.
Which is unfortunate. So now, I thought you'd probably get vision, but no, you're Sonja. You're already gonna get like high vision. So yeah, thankfully you pull back, and yeah, it keeps my city safe. I have a 2K income ahead of you, and
now we're both kind of spreading out across the entire map. We haven't really decided what front we're fighting on it.
Yeah, guys and gals, this is not a high level game. So yeah, I think I just move in, and like my recon is being protected, so yeah, I just like move back a little bit because that rocket is scary. And I'm like, all right, so you built a rocket, so I built a rocket. I felt like I was kind of ahead, so it's just like, yeah, let's just even it out a bit. Rocket. And
nice.
Yeah, it's like I noticed that like
you front shift so fast. Like me with the rocket, I was stuck down there at the bottom. Your units have already moved from the bottom right corner to the top left corner in the same amount of time.
Yep.
Because you didn't have the rocket slowing you down.
Yeah. But I will say, I think I did get complacent at some point.
Whoa. What was that about? Why did I just run the anti-air into an infantry?
Because you're gonna hit this.
Oh, you know what this was?
What?
This was. I mentioned this like a couple turns ago. I noticed that you would front shift it up here, and so I was like, okay, well now I've been waiting here this whole time. Now I can just move in here and attack.
Yeah.
And so I think I got vision on the artillery, and then I was like, if I kill this infantry with one shot, then I can get a free hit on the artillery, and he won't have anything to come down here and punish me.
Now let's see if you do protect this anti-air. I believe you do. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And
so basically, I kind of took advantage of the fact that I knew about your front shift.
Yeah.
To move back into this area.
I was feeling good until now. I will say that. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, this was probably one of my better turns.
Yeah,
I definitely played very passively, very defensively for this game, but this was like one turn where that defensive play like kind of paid off, and I was able to capitalize on it.
I think this is where I decided to do the same thing. Recon comes in, infantry kill. For tank from the furthest tank goes for the hit. You know about this, Celery, right?
Yep.
You usually want
in my last video.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you want to attack from like your back unit first, so then your front units are in range to do something like this.
To move into the opening.
Yeah, and I like put my artillery here. I know you can see it, but I was just like, it only covers the units on the bottom. It doesn't really cover the side, but your units are coming from the bottom anyway, so I don't see it being an issue. And yeah, I'm just like making my full front shift, and I killed this infantry. I felt like this artillery was a lost cause, so it's like might as well just like weaken like your most threatening units when it comes to properties, which is that infantry. And you have an anti-air there protected, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just like move my copter up to the top, and now you can see my strong side is now the top, but you have a factory that can produce air units, and if you take out my anti-air, I have nothing.
Yeah, so I really thought a long time about whether or not I was going to use counter break on this turn, and the reason is because I knew that if I moved this copter in, I could attack one of your tanks and get a free hit, and then your copter would not be able to punish me. But the issue is, like, if you have an anti-air, then you're just going to kill the copter anyway. Yep. So I was like, if I use counter break this turn, I really have to gamble on the fact that he does not have an anti-air.
Yeah, if you use counter break, you can see the anti-air.
True, yeah. But then at that point, then my copter just has to fly away and do nothing. So, yeah, and then I ended up using it. And I saw the anti-air, and then I was like, okay, well, I just kind of wasted my counter break.
But you are advancing on the bottom side.
Mm-hmm.
No one can hide from my sight. Whatever that
is. That a light? Is that a line from the game?
The like Overwatch character. Widow something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never played Overwatch.
I don't play it either, but this frustrated me. It's just like, oh, of course he sees it. It's like.
Yep. Yeah.
And here's
a little sad. A little sad that I wasted the counter break, but I was like, you know what? I'll just keep hitting the break. Yeah.
And here's the problem with Sammy. Is you could, Ellery. We gotta talk about this, mate. We gotta talk about it. Come on. You have super passive. Okay, you do have great vision, I'll say that, but you have super passive recons, man. Holy crap.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this one's already on 5 HP, so I don't want to put him into a position where he's gonna get killed.
That's fair. And yeah, the copter. Man, you really are trying to make up for the late airport capture by building up your own copters. Yeah. And here,
I love copters.
And here you can kind of start to see the problem with Sammy. If I had more units, I could have gotten like 1, 2, 3, 4, all these juicy properties. Could have been mine. Problem? I don't have a third base to produce infantry from. Therefore, I have less infantry and my... Oh, I don't have my victory march yet. Never mind. But if I did have a victory march, you can kind of see the awkwardness of all this.
It's not even really a matter of victory march. It's just that if you had like 5 infantry in this area, you could flip these properties in 2 turns. But instead, because you don't have infantry, I have like 3 or 4 turns where I can just kind of stall you out in this area.
Yep.
Before I have to worry about you capturing anything.
And this was a big dum-dum move. And I guess I was just like so bloodthirsty about like damaging indirects. And yeah, here's the...
hold on. Oh, sorry, hold on. Can we go back for a second? Go back to before you attack the artillery. I actually intentionally, if you believe it, left this exposed. And the reason I did that is because from the very beginning of this game, I felt like this artillery was not contributing anything to my army.
So you made it so you put it in harm's way to make it contribute to the battle.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna leave a gap in my defense, and then if he rolls something over here, then I can just if he attacks a tank, then I can just hit him in return. And the only thing I'm sacrificing is an artillery that's not doing anything. So
the old bait and punish.
Yeah, I used the artillery bait. Okay, so go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I revealed first, and then I went for the hit, and then I just... I understand counterbreak is active, but this stops you from getting that city for 1 turn. And I don't know why I did that, unless I'm shifting backwards. Yeah, I'm pulling my units back, so I secured the... I probably could have done this and then done this. Depends where I send this infantry.
It seems like maybe it's just because you're shifting fronts again.
Yeah, probably could have done this or this, but yeah, it's a interesting situation for the both of us, I would say. I'm going to lose a lot of units this turn, I'm pretty sure. So you flip that city.
I think I can get that copter.
Income is even. Yeah, there goes the tank. There goes the infantry. What the heck is this? Wasting fuel.
I'll tell you exactly why that happened.
Do you know how expensive fuel is nowadays, Ellery?
I drop my mouse on the ground like all the time, and so my mouse is like super broken.
Why is your mouse dropping?
I've had to buy like three computer mice like this year alone because they break all the time, and so whenever I move it around, it's super imprecise, and you'll very often see in my replays that my units like zigzag around, and it's because I can't move my mouse in a straight line without the tracking messing up.
Bro, I am going to laugh the one day that you do something like that and then your unit dies or can't move because it's out of fuel.
Out of fuel, yeah. I'm sure it will happen eventually.
So yeah, that sucked, and all of this is over here, and I'm just like, that's terrifying.
I'm getting the comm tower, and I'm gonna stop you from this one.
And you kill my recon. Oh, your infantry kills my recon. Mrs. Bad Luck.
And I know that my copter is exposed here, but if you take it down, I'm going to get a free shot with the artillery. And also, if you move anything to attack these forces, the rocket is actually... He's in a weird position, but he can actually defend these forces here. So I felt really good about this.
I did want to say, I had no idea where your rocket was this entire game.
Yeah, I didn't make very good use of the rocket, but he was pretty good.
I would have loved to hit that rocket this turn. Like you saw how bloodthirsty I was for his artillery. I would have loved to hit this rocket from a city too. Yeah. Keep in mind.
I know. I think I definitely put him in very risky positions at times, and it was because I knew I had the better vision, and so instead of kind of trying to wall him behind my units, I kind of tried to keep him over here, like in this area for most of the game, where he could shoot across this area, or he could shoot over here as needed, without needing to commit to one position. But it also meant that he was very exposed. Man,
you really are. You really are trying to making up the loss of time with the copter spam.
Oh, so yeah, no, if you...
yeah, this was just to get intel.
Yeah, I mean that's a totally valid play.
Victory march! Victory march for my 6 infantry. 2 of them are in the back. Woohoo!
Let's see how many properties you actually flip here.
Not much. I got the comm tower, and I like stopped you from getting mine. So I just like temporarily have like a boost in my attacks. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill. Oh, I would have loved to see that.
Imagine if you had gone for that city. If you had just been like, "Hey, I'm gonna take the risk. I'm gonna go for that city."
And it's just like, that's like, ooh, Rocket, die, Rocket. That's a very. Oh, I am angry this turn. Oh my god.
You're really spreading out.
I am angry this turn. I think the fact that I just had like 120% attack right now. Oh my god. I am.
This is around the turn when we started playing like fast turns.
Yeah, I just went like pseudo life.
Your play got a lot worse. It started to get closer to my level.
Yeah, it's like
my play didn't get better, but you started to get down to my level.
It did start to get worse. I was angry. I don't know why. I didn't move plan this or anything. And then here comes the counter break, and I was just like, oh crap, I'm not in a position.
I'm pretty sure this counter break. This one was like 100% a bluff. Let's see where my units end this turn.
Counter Blake.
Counter Blake.
I was angry. I was just like, yeah, I just want whatever just to die, and you just joined Cab, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not stopping that. I was angry, but I'm overextending. And yeah, I lose my one anti-air, and you copter spam, so that's a problem.
So this is the reason why I love copters. It's because as Sonya with the invisible HP, these 1 HP copters, they do so much work. Like I'm gonna use this thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot I can't see your HP. That's why I was so bloodthirsty. I'm just like, what's alive? What's dead? What's alive? What's dead? Ah! Even though I use counter break, my forces are actually spread out all over the map. I have no defensive walls. I have no good positioning whatsoever. But I'm pretty sure you don't attack into me anywhere this turn. You just like back off because you don't really know what I have. Well, I did that, and
yeah.
This is a poor rocket position. I think I wanted it on the road just so it could like shoot the comm tower. And yeah, you said you're spread out, so.
Oh no.
The one issue.
This must not be the turn I was thinking of.
The one issue with counter break is that if you have units that don't take any heavy damage in retaliation, then it's like not very strong. Like there's a strong example.
Yeah.
3 damage. Holy crap! And, like this is a fairly strong example, and for indirects aren't saved by that. And I interrupt the capture. Wait, could you? Oh no! The 2 HP infantry attacked, and then you join capped. If you captured, you probably would have gotten this tower, and I probably would have been like, okay, I am in trouble.
True.
So yeah,
I mean, you do kind of like consolidate there in the middle, but you definitely spread out and attacked more than I remembered.
This is probably like one of the worst things I could have done.
Yeah.
Your rocket got off 1 shot. My rocket is on the road next to
and I can see it
next to a city, and you can see it. That's yeah. You could tell I like. What's the word I'm looking for? You could tell I've like descended to madness in this game. I am doing every wrong move.
Your love for Sammy is just overwhelming your heart.
And yeah, this sucks. When this got hit, I was just like, ouch.
So the 1 HP copter, I just used him to get vision on the forest because even if he gets trapped, it's like whatever, who cares?
And
a 1 HP copter.
And the fact I still don't see your fact I don't see your rocket yet terrifies me. So yeah, I think I used double time this time.
I'm interested to see what this was for exactly.
I was scared for the
interrupting this cap.
Yeah, the hidden HP is really taking its toll. Yeah, it's like terrifying. And then I'm just like I think I also did it for power usage, get plus 10%.
Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah, it's like things are actually starting to die, so it's like I took away Sammy's weakness for a little bit and just gave myself slightly stronger infantry. That sucked. This is scary because it's very likely you will be able to reveal that, so I build another one. I'm like, Ellery's trying to copter spam to get the advantage up there, so I just better start building my own. It's not very protected up there, unfortunately. That sucks. You're capturing that.
I don't think there was much I could do. Oh, hold on. Pause really quick.
Yes.
So here's 1 HP copter making another heroic move here. I just put him right here so that you can see him. He's right in the vision range of your tank. And I was like, what I really want is for this anti-air to come over here and attack this 1 HP copter.
I probably will.
I think that I'm pretty sure that's going to happen next turn. I can't remember if it does or not, but let's see what happens. And then I've got the rocket right in position to punish. So this is my famous
okay, that makes sense.
Signature Ellery 1 HP copter play. So I kept my healthy copters in the back. I put the 1 HP copter right on front.
Okay. Wonder if you go for this property.
I think I do, but we'll see.
Now you're pulling back because I shifted back to the bottom.
I was thinking about it because I moved that infantry last. Whatever unit I move at the end of the turn, that's what I'm thinking about. Most.
Yeah, and so I think
I thought a lot about that.
Yeah, the fact that you had this and this like really concerned me when it came to like the count. But yeah, I was like, just interrupt that, hit the tank, and I
was sad that you didn't go for the 1 HP copter, but you still put yourself right in range of the rocket, so it pretty much worked itself out anyway.
Yeah, like I said, I had no idea where this rocket was, and I just put some units down here. I think you see me front shifting. Yeah, you have 100% see that I'm front shifting. I wonder if you start pushing at the bottom because of that.
I'm curious to see too, because this is pretty late in the game, so I don't really remember.
Yep.
So I got that capture, I got hit on the anti-air. My recon is gonna get some good vision.
Kind of blocked yourself from killing that, honestly.
Oh,
I mean, you had vision down here, but there was a possibility you could have gone up here and gotten trapped, and then you couldn't see the infantry.
Yeah.
So I understand that. Oh, you did kill the infantry. Why did this infantry move up? If I may ask. If it was here, it wouldn't be hidden, but it does threaten the comm tower. But I think it depends.
I think I wasn't ever going to get that comm tower again. But if I'm here on this forest and you start front shifting downwards, I'm going to see it sooner, maybe.
Okay.
I'm actually not 100% sure. It probably I wasn't putting that much time to it.
This was annoying.
1 HP copter is going to get vision on your base, and then you have to dedicate anti-air to get rid of him. Otherwise, he can just sit there basically forever.
Yeah. Oh man, it really hurts so much. Oh my god.
And also because I know you don't have another anti-air coming out of that base, I can move my copters in freely.
Now I remember why I dislike fighting Sonja. Oh man.
This was probably I mentioned one turn earlier where I thought I did like pretty good. I think this was like the other turn where I was like, oh, I actually did pretty good this turn.
Yep. And so I got the lab because I can.
Yeah, that was funny. I saw you did that too, and I was like, why is he doing this?
Because I can.
Yeah, just memeing on me basically.
So yeah, it's like I'm actually like kind of pushed back here at this point. Like I'm so scared of the potential threat that you have on me here.
Even though my units are so spread out, they're so out of position, it felt like there wasn't really anything you could do that turn.
Oh my god.
Probably.
This was a busy rocket. 10 fuel. Yeah. It went from here. It went from here, all over the place.
Yeah, I remember specifically moving onto the city because I wanted to refuel him too.
And keep in mind, I have not seen this thing the entire game. I saw it once, and then I lost sight of it.
He's got a few shots off already too.
He has, but I just assumed it was like artillery and like your rocket. I'm just like, no way, you got the rocket all the way up there.
This is where I was thinking. I was like, wait a second. I was like, I built the rocket first, but I might actually win the game, which has never happened to me before. So I was like, this is...
You got a chance. So I just like YOLO'd vision again. Oh, it would have been nice to be Sonja at this point. I think I was surprised it still survived. I get trapped.
Yeah,
Then I hit the tank.
It's really tanky.
Yeah, Sonja's counterattacks are very strong, so this was not a good engagement. This artillery is not protected. My artillery has been busy too. Oh my god, 9 fuel. So I joined. Yeah, both of them. Why did I join Cap? Did I want to build something, or did I just join Cap just to keep a healthy unit? So yeah.
That's really got hurt though, because you joined those copters together, and then I'm immediately going to take them out.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's I did want to build artillery infantry.
Oh, okay. Just for the gold.
Yep. And yeah, you took out both copters with two birds with one stone. Basically. And then you're coming in, and I'm just like, where is he getting all these units? Although I think this was kind of a bait, honestly. I don't remember anymore, but I am going to.
I think the reality is that I actually have less units than you think I have. That's kind of what's happening here.
Yeah, I have a higher army value, but you do have more units than me.
Yeah. But it's also just the fact that my units are really spread out, though, is what I mean. Like, these units over here, like, you think that I'm fighting evenly back against you, but there's really nothing behind them. Whereas your units right here, there's, like, everything of yours is right behind them, ready to back them up.
Bomber!
I think.
Sorry,
there's my Sonya bomber.
I forgot about this bomber, actually.
Yeah, I can't remember if he does anything.
I think I panicked when I saw that. Oh, this is painful to see. That's so painful to see. Oh, okay.
That 1 HP guy has been alive for like 6 turns. I've been singing his praises for like 6 turns.
Yeah, I think the copter got chapped by that, and then I just start hitting everything I can. I killed that at least. Okay, that's a healthy copter to kill. What the heck? Oh, okay, these are not healthy tanks, so I can see why that survived. But you can tell I'm starting to get a little complacent here. I was just like, these are not perfect moves. I think I was having difficulty like even trying to reveal the anti-air. I think I was like very upset about that. But I still
you really devastated me that turn though. You just ripped through my army there.
Yeah, but I like still committed to fighting at the bottom. It's just like I'm like, yeah, you could come in and hit the anti-air, but your anti-air could come in and hit a copter, but I'm going to kill that anti-air as you kill my anti-air.
So the problem now is that my unit count advantage is now gone, and I'm still way behind on value.
Yeah,
it's like I don't have, and I'm way out of position.
Anti-victory march strat. Just put infantry on the city. Kill all infantry that you see. Yeah, literally trying to put. I could not have gotten that, but still, the number of copters you built really like concerned me. I was just like, maybe he's like at a army value because of unit count because of all those copters.
It's honestly, it's just a quirk of my playstyle. I think I build more recons
than
a normal player.
Thankfully, this dies. It gives me some charge. Victory march. And then I eliminate that. I think at least.
How many infantry do you have, though?
Just 2 near properties. Oh, this was so. I was so upset by this. I was so. I'm like, my lead is gone.
She has really big counterattacks. That's my wife right there.
I am now 4 income ahead, at least.
I can't believe that's actually pretty funny. My infantry killed an attacking anti-air.
I mean, you are Sonja, so
I know, and it's still gonna get the capture though. Like that doesn't happen every day.
Well, to be fair, I am a Sonja. Sammy, I am a Sammy, so.
Yeah, that's true too. This is like the perfect condition for that to have happened.
And you're
okay. Now hold on. This, I think, I was already losing to begin with. The game's almost over, so I'm kind of spoiling the.
Boo.
The game's basically over right now.
Boo.
The game's over. This is the last turn. So this is basically the last turn.
No, it's not.
So at this point, I was basically already losing, and but I might have been able to come back. But the fact that I used this counter break right here basically just lost me the game because it accomplishes nothing, and I'm not gonna have it. If I had it next turn, it would have been a lot more valuable.
I think
this was basically my biggest misplay of the game was using counter break right here.
I think a decent use of counter break is like you fight into an enemy, and when you're like right in their face, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and that's what the last 2 that I used that way, and they worked very well.
Yep.
And then this one I used counter break just because I was panicking, and then I just sat there and did nothing. Yep, there's my mouse again.
Get a new mouse.
I'm going to. I buy a new one like every couple months.
Every couple months.
Yeah.
I've had this.
I can't.
I've had this mouse for like 2 years.
I cannot overstate how often I drop my mouse on the ground.
Oh, by the way, if you're wondering at this point why the background is blue this time, it's because of technical difficulties have made us record from my computer. If you're wondering if the overlay looks like mine, for anyone watching this video wondering.
the dedicated overlapping Ellery / AdvanceWarrior fans, which is hopefully a fan base that we're going to start building up in the future.
Please.
But yes, if you notice, this is kind of Advanced Wars overlay, but this video is going to go on my channel.
I mean, they know it's on your channel because they're watching it from your channel.
That, you know what? If somebody made it like 50 minutes into this video and they didn't realize that they're on my channel, congratulations.
Ouch. So
I really mean it.
Yeah, I think, I can see how Counter Break is probably like a lot more stronger at this point in the turn. Medium tank, I never commented about the medium tank. It's like I used to. What?
There he goes.
Whatever OCD or whatever I potentially have, this is bothering me so much.
Really?
But the sad thing is, I don't know what I have. That's the sad thing. That got a little too personal, sorry. So artillery, it's at 2 fuel, but it's going to do its job. And
just think of how amazing it would have been if I had the counter break right here.
Oh man, yeah.
I could have turned this game around. I really could have.
I'm still mad that this lived. I am so mad this. Oh wait,
Yeah,
no,
that's
why it's a 8 HP tank, so I shouldn't be too surprised.
Even still, I mean, this happened a couple times this game where you had to attack me with 2 or 3 units just to bring down 1 unit.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's Sammy, right? Is that not Sammy? Yeah. that's basically Sammy using 3 units to kill, unless you got like her normal indirects.
Yeah, that's the negative 10 firepower right there. As bad as having like, you know, potentially negative 10 luck is, like always having negative 10 firepower is even worse.
Yeah. So well, I mean, when it comes to calculations, you know that you're always going to do 10% less, so you can always calculate. But I guess as Sonja, and like I always do this in the move planner as well, I always assume I low roll. If I high roll, then I just reset the move planner and just find the better turn.
Yeah. I have like a little bit of a mix. I usually I like to do what you do, where I'm only going to make a move if the low roll is going to get the result that I want. But there are times where I see something where I'm like, oh, if I do high roll here, I can, you know, pull off this move that's going to really shift the momentum in my favor, and I will sometimes take that gamble. I
would like to highlight the fact that if you had counter break, you would know I have 2 anti-air right there.
Yeah.
So let's see, boy medium tank comes in. But what you said?
But the problem is, the thing is that if I use counter break, you wouldn't be able to attack my bomber.
Yeah.
Because it would just kill the anti-air.
So you are prepared for the. Oh dear, this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I already knew the. Do I resign this turn?
No, you don't.
I don't resign this turn. Okay.
Don't.
That's surprising to me.
But oh my god, counter break this turn would have been so scary.
Yeah. Last turn it would have been good. This turn it would have been good.
Yeah.
Like,
so
I just completely wasted it.
At first I thought I had to like do a puzzle to like, you know, somehow take this out in one shot. But I was like, oh wait, I could just move my artillery. So I get the vision and I go ahead and kill the infantry there. So all I had to do is just move that away. Boom. That's a good amount of charge. Boom, hit that. Pull back.
I didn't technically resign, but at this point I had already given up. I was like, I'll play out the rest.
You mentally mentally resigned.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
That's exactly it.
I think I remember this being injured, so I think this was like the only time I kept track of how injured your stuff was. And boom, I have a lot of copters, so boom, that helps. Boom, that helps. And I first strike this copter.
Medium tank.
And I did see the medium tank, so yeah, bye-bye bomber. Heal up again. I don't know why I did that. I could have used it as a blocker probably. Not too surprised it survived actually. And yeah, I'm just like moving all my units down, moving forward, and I build my own medium tank in response to your medium tank, even though it's gonna be a little bit far. And day 27, counter break.
Now it does nothing for me. I'm just falling further and further behind. The only thing I want to see is one more like crazy like unit movement because of my mouse. I'd like to see that before the end.
I don't want to see that. I mean, I won the battle, but you won the war because you just keep squiggling your unit. The only time it's acceptable is in Tiny Wars Fog. Other than that, get a mouse that won't break, Ellery.
My units are just like they're griefing. Is what they're doing. And then I
The Piper. I feel like I'm bullying you just for saying just like get a better mouse. I'm sorry.
It's not at all. It doesn't.
And
the slightest.
Ellery has it assigned.
Yes, I lost.
So, that was definitely a very interesting game.
Yeah, I mean, your plays overall, from beginning to end, were better than mine. I had a few good
5
turns,
scops. 5 scops. Sonja's power is so cheap.
It's very cheap for what it does. It's really cheap for what it does. And I utilized about 3 of those pretty well.
Yep.
I wasted about 2 of them.
Yep. And here are the charts for anyone who's interested. Is there a chart for this? Oh, there's a chart for this. Oh, these are
economy.
Oh, these are deaths. Let's go with kills. These are the charts for kills. Yeah, kind of went back and forth.
They look pretty similar.
Very similar. I mean,
So we did go back and forth, but I think you had better engagements overall from beginning to end, and that just adds up over time. The better player is going to win in the end, even if I have advantages.
Yeah, definitely a couple things we can highlight. I think the opening. I think the opening was definitely a factor. I think you agree on this as well. Like I made sure that, in particular with this missile and artillery, as you could see, as I capture this, the artillery moves in, and this infantry the next turn can immediately grant me vision. And I'm pretty sure I checked that the artillery does kill the missile in 2 shots. So I got the vision.
Guarantee.
Yeah, like on instinct, I was like, oh, put the infantry on this mountain, and then it just gets vision. But if I put the infantry on the forest, it's still enough vision for me to strike it. And on this forest, as you can see, the artillery does, consecutively shoots, and then this infantry is always doing something.
Yeah.
That
was a really good play.
Yeah. And I think I said Sonja has 2 vision, so it can actually shoot the missile by itself. But the fact that the artillery doesn't even make it to in this forest is what sets it back a bit.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do it that way. I thought about that too, and I was like, the only way to do that is to move the artillery into a very weird position.
Yes.
I'd rather just use the vision for my infantry.
Yeah, and for you, what could have been a bit better for you is if you did all this, and then you had this infantry move here, and this infantry can get that comm tower, but instead you made this infantry move towards the comm tower.
Yeah.
I think it's just another when we're talking about you move your back units first to make engagements. Sometimes you just want to move your back units first for the capture game, as such.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's I think whenever I build an infantry, I assign it a job, and I'm okay, this is what you're going to do. But yeah, for you, I moved back a full turn for you. Yeah, it's okay, I know this one can at least capture this, and this one needs capturing, so I can move this one here.
I mean, in this case, it was definitely just a misplay on my part. But if I had moved that infantry first, if I had moved him up there first, as you were suggesting, it might have actually got me thinking about making the correct play instead of just making the misplay.
Yeah. I probably would have misplayed because I was just I'll just take advantage of Sonja's vision. Oh wait, I can't capture the airport. I think I probably would have done that too. But instead
I was thinking more about the vision. I was if I move him 3 spaces away from the missile, I can still shoot it next turn. That was my only thought, really.
But you move yourself too far from the 1-turn capture.
From the capture.
Yeah, when did it start going wrong? So I think it started going good for me here, and then you had vision of my front shift, which gave you the green light to start moving in towards the bottom. Well, you don't move towards the bottom yet, but you've kind of like spread yourself apart. Yeah, you spread yourself apart.
Very passive, very defensive.
Oh yeah, you had very passive units. That was another thing. Like I can understand like if you like don't want them to like move to somewhere where they're left safe, but and yeah, like I think this is where like kind of started, you know, getting difficult for me because you start front shifting towards the bottom, and I like front shifted at the top, and I'm like really overextended airport wise, and your counter break kind of made me piss off, kind of. and considering the fact that my power is like much more expensive than yours, then I couldn't really get the victory march to secure one turn captures. And you see, if I had victory march now, then this number of infantry is just not going to cut it. Like I don't think a victory march and getting 2 properties is good enough. Usually like maybe 3 or 4, or maybe a comm tower or an HQ cap is usually when I would.
Yeah, I think you could tell based on my positioning. I really thought that all of these cities were about to be captured, and I was desperate to make sure you couldn't capture my HQ, which is really funny because in fact there was like barely anything you could capture.
I was considering going for an HQ push, but I'd have to bypass this airport, and I just don't have enough things to like stop your air units. But where can I find that recon?
Are you looking for the recon?
Yeah, it's like
day 13. He's just.
If these were your properties, then I can fully understand why you would do that. But these are my properties. I mean, like maybe like you do have some information that there's nothing coming towards the top, so you know I'm going strong on the bottom, or you should have realized that.
Yeah.
But like if you took advantage of that, then I would like respect this recon. I'm sorry. I would respect this recon a bit more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, at the end of the games, I usually like to, you know, go back and like give an overview of my thoughts. But because you're like a more experienced player, you're like a more skilled player, it's definitely useful to have you giving me these insights, because it's helping me learn things that I probably wouldn't have ever realized even if I was examining my own play.
The good thing is you recognize my bad turns. There was definitely a point in the game where I just went YOLO and just like kill everything in sight. Yeah, there was, and like this rocket was like so unimpressive. I felt like this rocket actually like set me back, and I was just like, oh crap, Ellery's kind of.
I think you only built the rocket because I built the rocket.
Yeah.
But the fact that I killed yours like right away, and then my rocket continued to do work, was definitely one of the things that kept me in.
Your rocket was sweating bullets because of how much it was moving. All right. Anything else you kind of want to talk about before we close this out, Ellery?
Personally, I think I covered everything that I wanted to say. Other than, you know, thank you for playing the game with me, and thanks for sharing your insights as well.
Oh, of course.
Do you have any last thing that you want to say before I do my outro?
I have my own YouTube channel. I am. I think I passed 500 subscribers. I would definitely like to hit that magical 1K. That's double my current count, but I am continuing to doing content in hopes I eventually achieve that. I upload weekly, going back and forth with Advance Wars by Web and Tiny Wars, and I hope you're interested in checking out my channel. And any of my audience who came to see this video because of me, I hope you guys check out Ellery's channel as well.
Yeah, honestly, if you love Advance Wars, you should follow AdvanceWarrior like more than you follow me, because he actually makes more Advance Wars content than I do, and his Advance Wars content is better than mine.
Nah.
So just well, I mean, it's all right. I won't say whose is better, but you're more focused on Advance Wars content anyway.
Yes.
So if anybody's watching this video and they like it, they should definitely go to your channel. And
if you watch this video and you like it, then definitely hit the subscribe button. I'm shilling for Ellery, okay?
They should definitely just victory march you to 1,000 subscribers.
We'll see.
But for now, have a great rest of your day.